Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good afternoon to everybody in messages galore. Everybody's wondering, like, what is going on? Stay with us. Big Joe Sheppard here. Yes, it isn't the normal start to a Big Joe show brought to you by OneStream Live. But good evening, UK, Ireland, and Europe. Good afternoon to everybody in the USA, Canada, and the Americas, and to wherever you're watching across the globe. And to those handful of people who watch in Australia at 5 o'clock in the morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It's that time of year again. Please stay with us because all will become really, really apparent on episode 3 of Studio Mastery with Joe. It is that time of year again. It's pumpkins, ghosts, and live streams that look like they've just crawled out of the crypt. You know exactly what I mean. Ghostly lighting, floating heads, very basic stuff. All of this, now even backgrounds and stuff. What's going on in the darkness there, Big Joe Sheppard? He can say, well, we're going to fix all that for you tonight, and we're going to show you on episode 3 of Studio Mastery with Joe, brought to you by the truly amazing team at OneStream Live. And I am limited on things I can tell you at the moment. And let me tell you, I am frustrated as anything because the changes that OneStream Live are bringing are going to take them from being the globe's top to the globe's uber top, and nobody will come near them. Tonight's show is called, episode 3 is called Brand It Like a Network. We're going to get start with nothing, as you can see here. And if you've got any messages tonight, please do let us know, and we will throw them up and we will answer. But I wanted to do this in a slightly different way, and I'm just connecting all of the shows, because we're sort of, as you all know, we can go up to 45 different locations in one go with OneStream Live. By the end of tonight's show, all will become apparent. We will build everything from an absolute scratch. So the fact that you see absolutely nothing, there's just a black screen, there's nothing on my background at the moment. That's because it's Tuesday. It is 30 minutes of everything to do with live streaming, digital engagement. And there'll be some very, very scary things tonight because there's a twist of Samhain, Halloween on it. And nothing more scary than this. Keep it right here. It's the Big Joe Show. Yeah, baby, let's get you all started on the show and explain exactly what is happening. So, Brand It Like Network. What I thank you. The message is coming in. Probably the scariest thing you will see tonight. It is almost Halloween, or Samhain, as we say here in Ireland, and the brilliant folks at OneStream Live have given you a 25% off plan. I'm going to stick to it a couple of times tonight because you really, really, really have got to go to OneStream.live and avail of this. Until the 1st of November, there is 25% off any of the plans until the 1st of November. So please go and get yourself started on that. Okay. Before we talk about pumpkins and anything like that, let's talk about branding, shall we? So branding isn't it isn't decoration, ladies and gents. It's recognition. It tells your audience that they've landed in the right place, even though it might not appear so. So if you like, episode 1 in this 4-part series was about looking professional. Episode 2 last week was about hosting with control and everything that went with that, and multicams and overlays and everything like that. Episode 3 tonight really is about presence and personality. I do have one apparently, but this OneStream Live helps me to get there. So we'll start with a plain studio from scratch. No overlays, no logos, no tickers, just me, the camera. And watch is what happens as we build. So let's, start with step 1, background. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my own background in. There we go. We put a bit of a Halloween. And again, I'm using the Halloween branding tonight because we've got a Halloween promo, Samhain promo. But imagine this is your brand. This is your organization. It's your business. It's your charity. You can use all of these things because they are all there available, or you can upload them to put them in. So, you can pick the themes that you want. Excuse me. If you see the black and red there for Joe Sheppard and brand ambassador, my brand ambassador with OneStream Live, that's normally because the Big Joe show is white, is black and elements of red and yellow and white. So I have those on. You will normally have seen that, but I'll show you what we can do in a minute. So you can choose your own background, your own tone. You know, blue for corporate if you want, orange for energy, soft white for conversation, whatever is your brand, whatever is your theme. Tonight, obviously, I'm using a Halloween theme, but it can be absolutely anything. So let's go into background and overlay. So, and all of this, ladies and gents, is in the studio. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we'll come back to logos, but overlays. So I'm going to background and overlays. I'm going to put a background in first. And you can upload your own backgrounds, but OneStream Live already give you a whole pile of backgrounds. So you can have video backgrounds. By the way, you can play music. People normally get used to me playing music at the beginning with the thumbnail that introduces the show. And you can have images as well. So we'll put a background image in. And again, excuse me, there we go. If I just make myself into this, we normally use this round version here when there's two of us on. It looks better in the studio. But I just wanted to show you those. So that's a background. Very, again, theme. It can be any theme you want, but again, brought to us by, given to us by the team, the media team at OneStream Live, who are absolutely unbelievable. What you can then do is you can then, excuse me, put an overlay in. So watch what happens now. So we've got a background in. I've got a background as well on my virtual background. We then put, look at that. And that's, there we go. See the ghost going around through the background there. So straight away, you are, already putting all of your branding together. We'll put what we call a lower third there. The Big Joe Show, Studio Mastery, Episode 3, Branding Like a Network. So that can run left to right, right to left. It can run at different speeds. In fact, you know what? Because it's Samhain, I'm going to put the 25% code off. So if you go to onestream.live, hello stream 25. Oh, by the way, I didn't even think of that bad joke. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Hello stream 25 gives you 25% off any OneStream Live plan until the 1st of November. So I've got a background that's accompanying to it. Normally you would see me in the OneStream Live studio, and the background would be the OneStream Live studio that mirrors that, so it overlaps, looks professional. And we've got an overlay on this one. And again, you can have static overlays, you can have web overlays. And again, they put these in for the different themes of the year. You can upload your own. Thursday night, for example, we'll be hosting the White Walkers Chat and Crack, the monthly Ulster Rugby Roundup show. Everything will be branded for the guys at the White Walkers team. So your business, your organization, your charity, your school, your whatever can have all its own branding. But I'm showing you here tonight everything that is provided within the OneStream Live studio to be able to brand that. If I go to logos as well, I'll show you colors and logos. Okay, so let's just, you can put them top right and top left, whichever way you're looking at. So there we go, powered by OneStream Live, and then we can put one up on the left. Again, you can do the same. We'll put live stream solutions up there. So straight away, you are building your branding as it's going. More messages coming in there. Let me just, evening, Gregor Galway, evening, Gaul. Thanks very much, my friend. Always appreciate what your support that you show to us, mate. And again, our thoughts to you and your family at this time. So we've got our tickets going, bottom third, we would call that. We've got my name there as well. Let's go to colors. You see, when you first set up, there's a number of different things. You can put brand profiles in. So I've got a number, you can put it into, how many we can get in the studio? 15 different profiles. So it means you can set them up and you don't need to change them. So I have a permanent one, excuse me, for OneStream Live. We have them for the rugby. We have them for different clients, and they're already there. If you have your own studio, maybe you've got different departments, because different departments within a business, okay, or an organization. You can use the studio for all your meetings, briefings, town halls, imagine all that type of stuff. So not only do you use it as a network studio, multicasting, i.e. goes out at the same time to up to 45, 50 different locations, plus your own website, which drives people to your website at the click of one button. So all that can be done. It can all be done and branded. So you're going upwards and outwards as a TV studio, as a network. Don't forget, you can do 24/7 channels on YouTube if you want through OneStream Live. So you can go upwards and outwards as a branded TV style network. You can look inwards and downwards and do your town halls, your briefings, your meetings, any of those sort of what's the word I'm looking for, where you're bringing everybody together to brainstorm sessions. That can all be done inside. And your meetings, how professional does it look over some other things out there, meeting rooms and things? This is a professional studio that it's just fab. And again, all of these things you can use inwards and internally and externally. Where you see Joe Sheppard there, brand ambassador, in fact, I can you can move it left and right. So we'll just move it. In fact, we'll leave it back in the center because I've got the overlay showing there. What you can do is you can change it to the theme colors of your brand, your business, your organization. So for tonight, for example, we are in Samhain period, Halloween. So we'll change one bit to orange. And then we'll say, I think they call it an accenture color, second color I call it. There we go, purple. So there we go. Yellow, purple, matches everything. Actually, it's the color of Wexford. Again, or you could change those around if you wanted to have, if you wanted the purple to be your stronger color and you wanted your secondary color running on the bottom there like that. Whatever you want. You see the point of making it? It is all there for you. You're creating something from absolutely nothing. You've got your logos, you've got your tickers going along there, you've got your overlay, you've got your background, and yes, I do use a system called vcam.ai as my own background, so I can change the background. So I can go in now and let me just change that one to there like so. And this is one I had on before. There's lots of other ones, so I just change them. Normally I'm sat in the studio, aren't I? Or I'm in the environment of whoever I'm talking to. But in in settings inside OneStream Live, as well as having, we've been through all those before, as well as having, you can blur your background, as well as having the audio and the camera settings and things. You can put, there we go. Let me just come back to in the studio. That is a OneStream Live one. That's playing in the background. That's Jill on the way back home from work. Get in trouble for that bit, am I? See what I mean? You can bring things to life. It might be a bit busy for some people. It's just showing you the amount of things that can be done. It's the capabilities within OneStream Live. Okay, you can create seasonal activities. You can create anything for if you've got a new product launch. You can then put your colors of the products in. You could, your media team, if you're a larger organization, your media team or whoever does your media for you can do all of these things that sometimes can be your organization, your business branding, and sometimes it can be a product launch or a service launch or whatever, or things like that. You can then also put countdowns in. I mean, we've got this one, for example, again, Halloween theme, but this can be your countdown, anything from 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute on the countdown timer at the beginning when you're going live. Why? It's so that because there's a number of things that happen when you are live streaming. There's normally because you're going to different locations, there are a number of different time frames. So from when you press the button, what they call an API setting, the connection between YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever are all different times. And it can be anything. I think it's from about 20 seconds to 45, 50 seconds for it to click in on that relevant platform. So that's why normally when we go live, we'll make sure that it's working everywhere. Behind the scenes, bit of music is on. I've got a thumbnail up there normally, but you can have a countdown timer. It's a short one to show you Halloween theme, but you get the idea. So, and there's other types, but you can also use these, they call them bumpers, but you can actually use them. We use different types as a segment divider, so that when we write a show for a client, there's a number of different segments within the show. Intro, number of different segments, and then the wrap up, say. So effectively, the beginning, you tell people, you know, what is on that show tonight. Then you tell them the different aspects, and then you tell them what you've just told. The three tell them's actually. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you just told them. The three tell them. There you go. So you can use shortened versions, 5 seconds, 10-second clips that separate up each of the segments, and just, you know, so again, it works smooth. So, for example, if I can say to somebody, okay, and again, don't forget, I'm doing all this on my own, pressing all these buttons. So I am host, producer, and director. On Thursday, for example, I'll be in rugby parlance in the TMO truck. I will be doing all the things behind the scenes, controlling the two hosts who are in the studio, controlling the media that's being used, controlling the start of the intro and the outro, controlling the guests that are coming in, the media, all of those type of things. And that's great when you're doing that. Well, it's great for me and great for you, because it's much easier that I'm not doing everything. And also, you don't have to look at me. So I'm helping the guys out because normally Dave Topping would do all of that as well as hosting for them. But to break up your segment dividers, you can, to move into a segment, use a small video clip. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming up is blah, 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 blah. Keep it right. And that sort of thing. So you then welcome back to the studio, all of these things. There are some that OneStream Live already give you if you don't have your own. But as a brand and as a business, you would create all of those ones yourself. Again, you know, sometimes you don't need to use one with a bit of music. You can use one like brilliant one there from the fantastic team at Unstoppable Rugby, helping to regenerate grassroots rugby from the ground up. Go and check them out. Unstoppable Rugby, absolutely superb. So why is that powerful? Because it's telling the story. It's creating it, allowing you to create the images in your own mind of what it is, what it means. Very, very powerful, very visual, created by the great Alan Davis from Unstoppable Rugby. They're one of the founders. Absolute media genius. So there we go. So there's all of those things that you can do, which all just aid to make it more professional. Logos, taglines, the tickers, music. You know, it leaves the audience, the viewer, with that professional impression. Inside OneStream Studio, you'll find all of these under the media tab. And for example, you know, and it's not, again, it's not the smooth, curated, edited, perfect podcast. It is a live stream. And we know that the live stream allows people to build that know me, like me, trust me following, that loyalty far better than a podcast ever can. That's nothing against podcasts. I use them. We create podcasts from the live stream, but live streaming as a service is the way to go. You do this first, you then repurpose it. And then within the OneStream Live Studio, you've got all of these capabilities. So there we go. The little clips that we put in, by the way, I like them. They break up the show. They add rhythm to it. It's a nice, smooth, and it's a sort of, it's a very simple. It's a click. It's in. It's out. And I want you to understand that one person can do all of that. So you have got all of your layers now on OneStream. You can simply keep them. You can add different things into them. Listen, guys, I don't need to oversell this. This is all in the studio. And again, look at the bottom there. Hello, Stream 25% off any plan until the 1st of November. More messages coming in there. Yeah, thanks. Good evening to everybody who's watching. Thank you. I'll get back to you as ever. Lorna O'Dwyer, Cork, hi to you and all the family. Greg Galway, hi to you as well, buddy. I said that already. Okay, here we go. And to everybody who was watching us globe, I will get back to you all after the show and reply to you all personally. The lower thirds run along the bottom with the name. We've shown you that. I've shown you how to do the colors, everything that fits into your brand, your organization, your business. And again, you can have up to 15 profile brands within the studio version that I'm using as well. See, this is how you go from a meeting piece of software to a professional piece of software. You know, if you want to show slides, sponsor logos, video clips, all seamlessly like that, side-by-side layout. We covered that last week, didn't we? And in week one, how you can do picture-in-picture, how you can share screen. It's all there. You upload it to the media and trigger them live. No panic, no black screens. Purposely at the beginning tonight, just smooth transitions in. For me, when your media feels seamless, your show feels professional, and it's easy to do. One person can host, produce, and direct the show. It's as simple as that. Build your studio, build a brand profile that for your business, your organization, or the topic area that you are covering that you want to get your message out there as well. Backgrounds, overlays, logos, tickers. What else do we have? You can put banners up there as well. There's just about everything. Add your countdown, add your bumpers, the little segment dividers. Put your outro in for flow, use overlays and lower thirds for TV style clarity. You know, you watch the news in the morning, don't you? And you'll see that little ticker going along the bottom. And they've normally got what, 6, 8, 10, 12 people doing all that. That's it. I for the first time in my life, I'm ahead of schedule, and the team will be pretty chuffed. From basic to branded in less than half an hour. Remember, your brand just isn't what other people see. It's what they feel. Professional, consistent, and confident. And when remember, it goes back to the 7 Ps. Prior, preparation, and planning prevents potentially poor performance. Remember from week 1, the 7 Ps. It is easy to do the 7 Ps so you can focus on what you're doing because OneStream Live put all this stuff in the studio. That's a fact. That's true. And it allows me to play around with Samhain, with Halloween, and to show you how it can be branded. But it can be branded on whatever you want. Don't forget, there is 25% off. Go to OneStream.live. Use the code HelloStream25 to get 25% off your plan until November. Next Tuesday is the 4th and final episode, which is called Smooth Delivery, how to speak naturally, how to stay calm, and how to deliver like a pro using teleprompters. One of my favorite things that they have in the system. I don't always use them, but it is brilliant, especially when you're getting started. Oh, there we go. I was just about to sign off. Mr. Val, good evening. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining in again, and I hope that life is good for you. See, that's another thing. When you're live, you can do that engagement with people. It's absolutely great. Mr. Val, hope you're well, sir. Look after yourself. So next Tuesday, part 4 of this 4-part series from OneStream Live Studio Mastery with Joe, and we will be teaching you how to speak naturally, stay calm, deliver like a pro, teleprompters, scene timers, and all those other things, and bringing the first 3 episodes together with next week's part 4 as well. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. Don't forget, any excuse I get to mess around with Samhain, Halloween, to mess around with Christmas, I'm going to do it tonight with just a bit of crack to show you what can be done with branding, all courtesy of our friends at OneStream Live. This is Studio Mastery with me, Big Joe, for the Big Joe Show. Remember, please, don't just go live, look live, sound live, be OneStream Live. We'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.